Hello everyone, I'm Rachel from the Innisfil Idea Lab and Library, and in today's Tinkershop tutorial we're going to learn how to create monograms, and we're going to learn how to import them into Inkscape and the Cricut program. So let's get started. Begin by clicking on your Inkscape icon. A new window will appear, and you'll notice there is a square in the middle of your screen. This is known as your canvas. Anything you design inside of this box will be captured by the program. Anything designed outside of this box will be unrecognized by the program. Now today we're going to be using a website that's called Monogram Frames. Now this is a pre-generated free program and it's just a website, so it's monogramframes.com, and it gives you quite a few different options. As you scroll down, you can see that there's a design space in the middle of your page. At the top is where you can type your letters. So we're going to use my initials. And there's a couple of different styles that you get to use. So over to your left-hand side, you'll see different fonts. And over to your right-hand side, there's a variety of different frames. And these will pre-generate. So they'll automatically design your initials into their frame design. Once you've completed all of your designing for your monogram, you can then go to download your files. Click on this button, and it will give you an option of the different kinds of formats that you can be using. So you can either save it as an SVG, a PNG, a DXF. Make sure that you've read and accepted all the terms and click your checkbox here. I'm going to select an SVG because that is also a capable Inkscape file. So I'm just going to download it. I'm going to go back into my Inkscape program. I'm going to go up to the File option. I'm going to click on File. I'm going to click Import. I'm just going to go scroll through and find my SVG we just downloaded. After importing your image, you'll notice that there are some arrows and dotted lines. When you click and drag on these options, you can make your monogram either bigger or smaller. You can place it inside of your canvas. If you look to the top of your screen right here, you can see that there's measurements. Click this drop-down menu and you can switch it to inches. So right now our monogram is about 7, almost 8 inches by 6.5. If you wanted to make this smaller to be engraved on something, simply just make it your image a little smaller. If you wanted to convert this to be cut out, go over to your Fill and Stroke menu, or go up to Object, Fill and Stroke, and remove your fill and add a stroke. Cutting, so go to Stroke Style, click your drop-down menu, click Inches, and then put in 0.001. This will make it saved for the laser cutter. I'm going to make a copy of this just to show the difference between a cutting file and an engraving file. So again, we're going to go back over to our stroke menu. I'm going to remove my stroke because I don't want it to be cut, but I would like it to be a fill. So now this one will be engraved and this one will be cut out. After my designs are all done, I want to go up to the File menu and save them. So I'll go to File, Save As. I'm going to save it as an SVG version. I'm also going to save it again, but this time I'm going to click the drop-down menu here and click Portable Document Format. Click Save and click OK. Now that's just using pre-made monograms. If you wanted to create your own, you can simply use the text tool, click anywhere on the page, and type out your initials. You can then go over to the T in the right-hand corner, click on it, and you can go through and select your different fonts. You can also use your circle tool to create a border around everything. Now we're going to take away the fill, and we're just going to add a stroke. But we're going to make it thicker. So instead of 0.001, I'm going to change it to pixels, and I'm going to up the pixel around our images here. And you can make a copy of, if you wanted to, you can also make a copy. And we're going to shrink it down a little bit to be a bit smaller. Decrease the pixels now. That's one way you can also do your own monogram. Now, if you wanted your letters to be overlapping, just click on your text, remove it, and click your text somewhere else. We're going to just change the font styles to match our other R and apply. So now you'll be able to either make one bigger or smaller, and you can kind of play around with the design features on this. Have it. Now keep in mind, Inkscape is usually used at our library for laser cutting and vinyl cutting, but you can use it as a graphic design software. I'm going to save this one too, but I'm going to use it as a different format. So I'm going to go up to File, Save As. This time, instead of an SVG, I'm going to save it as a PNG. And then I'm going to import that into the Cricut program. After you've opened up your Cricut program, you can click on New Project. We're going to go down to Upload, because we're going to upload our 2 monograms now. Click on Upload Image, Browse. I'm going to open up my first one, so I'm going to click on Open. I'm going to click Simple, hit Continue, and now I'm just going to remove all the white areas of my design. Wonderful. I'm going to hit Continue, and I'm going to click on the grayed out one here. So if you scroll down to the bottom, I'm going to use the Save as a Cut image. Click Save. I'm going to upload my other monogram design as well. So Upload, Browse. So now I've uploaded my one image. I'm going to click on Save. And now I have my 2 monograms. So I'm going to select each one. So you can see it's highlighted by having a green border. I'm going to insert my images. Now they will overlap it. And this is pretty interesting. You can see that this monogram is one layer, while this one actually has 3 different layers, or 4 different layers. And you can actually blank out some of them by hitting the little eyeball on the side. And that's because this one is an SVG version. Our first monogram here was a PNG, and we had to remove the background because it's recognized as an image. But if you import an SVG, it gives you some more options to when you're actually going to be designing, and you can also change its colors if you wanted to. So going up to the top menu here, I'm going to select purple, and it should just change my M. Now one thing about this object is because it is an SVG and it's recognized as different ones, I'm going to actually weld them all together so it'll become one piece, and it's flattening them. Now I'm going to click on Make It. You can see I have my 2 different monograms ready to be cut out. After that, I'll hit Continue, insert my material, and let my Cricut do all the hard work. And there you go. Today you got to learn how to design your own monograms. Now there are many other monogram generators that are free online, but after you become comfortable with that, show us your designs. We want to see what you've been making at home. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel and for all of our Tinkershop tutorials. This is Rachel from the Innisfil Idea Lab and Library. Thanks and have a great day.